Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty, and are we actually recording this time? We are! Yeah! Alright, so, computer's done having a heart attack. That's always first step to making great content. Is don't have your shit die. I apologize. Alright, so, we're here today to talk about what's hopefully not going to be a highly contested topic, but might end up be. And it's essentially, should you be spending money on this game, where you can spend money on this game and get real value, and what things I personally am not even the slightest bit tempted to get and everything. So this is going to be different for everybody. Personally, I am super broke in real life right now. A lot of stuff has all come to happen at once, and things are tight. So I've spent less than $50 on this game. I think I've spent like, 30, 40 bucks, something like that. No, I'm good. I appreciate you trying to include me. We're doing something, boo. So I know everyone is going to have different levels of discretionary income. I've talked to, a couple of people that, throwing $100 a week at a game like this is no problem. If you have it to spend and you're not hurting for it, you do you. I'm not here to tell you what is a good and bad idea. This is more just, based on my experience with mobile games, what I've looked at and had value with in this game. So I just kind of want to put something out there so that if you do want to spend, you know where to look. If you don't want to spend, or you're very cautious about spending, you'll know what few things actually have a pretty substantial amount of value, and what kind of stuff that you can kind of stay away for. So depending on where you are on that sliding scale, hopefully everybody finds something useful in here. So the first thing that I want to talk about in terms of spending money isn't even under the mall tab. You want to go over here to bonus, click on that, go to your investment. So the first level or first tier of investment, you only get this once per account. Even if you make new characters don't have access to buying the first tier again. So it's a once only thing. And it's between levels 1 to 60 that you get diamonds. And that's amazing value. It is the most you're going to get in terms of diamonds in the game. Period. I want to say it's also either $15 or it's also $20. But honestly, the amount of diamond that you get is pretty good. The first tier was, similar to this, to where you're getting a pretty substantial amount each time. It's not like, okay, here's 200 diamonds. Thanks for hitting level 20. Like, they throw a decent amount of diamonds at you. I wasted a ton of the diamonds that I got from this. I at one point was actually considering re-rolling my account so I could re-get the investment and then spend it correctly. So just to give you an idea of how powerful this is, you can do a lot in game with these diamonds. So it is the 1 to 60 investment worth it? Absolutely. Is the 60 to 90 level investment worth it? Absolutely. I do plan on getting this, and you don't have to buy it before you hit these tiers. If I wait until level 85 to go in and buy these, I'll be able to go and pick all these up. So essentially, if you're before level 60, make sure that you buy the level 60 pass before you get over that, and this becomes the one that you see. So it's definitely the best thing in this game in terms of value for your money. So can't recommend that enough, and we'll kind of talk a little bit about how you should spend those diamonds the wisest. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mall here. So real fast, let's just take a look at the pop-up or the top-up. You get different tiers and everything going through here. Obviously, I have not gone very ham in this because I'm only about halfway through it. This isn't worth chasing, in my opinion. If you look at the rewards and everything, they're nothing super amazing. Okay, 6,000 HP on a frame. That's actually not bad. 18 physical defense and magic defense. That's imaginary. Like that should be much higher for the amount of money that you have to spend to get to that. That title is, the name is the only thing that's good about it. You know what I mean? Those stats are not worth chasing. They're nothing amazing, nothing endgame. You can get much more stats in this game for spending much lower resources. So you'll naturally get this if you're, if you're buying your daily offers and stuff like that. You'll get a little bit towards those. So if there's something in here that you really, really like, evolution stones are pretty hard to come by, but it's also a pretty steep asking price to pay $3 a day to get a guaranteed stone. You'll get them naturally through other things, but it's definitely one of those things that you can feel take a little while. So not bad. If you want to go for the top up ranks and everything, I'd recommend going at it, through these. Topping up directly can be a little expensive. So if we're looking at allies, this is where a line in the sand kind of gets drawn for me, because certain allies are amazing and game changing. Like if you get Ming, the stats that Ming starts putting out are insane. Hands down the best ally from everything that I've seen personally. Just because nothing can compare with my Ming's level like 55, something like that. When he comes out, he's giving me 8,000 to, either multi-strike, AP, crit. It doesn't matter which one of those go into. 8,000 of that stat is insane. Is a huge, huge, huge buff. So allies can be really, really, really beneficial. But it's a gacha system. So you can go through 50 10 pulls and, not get some of these guys. So I only rolled the dice 3 times. And honestly, if I could go back, I would probably not spend the gems that I did on summoning allies. Because it ain't cheap, brother. So to do the whole 10 pull from having nothing is 1,200 diamonds. So let's go look at the top-up store real quick so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. So tickets translate to diamonds on a 1-to-1 ratio. So we would have to spend, it's basically $20 for every 10 pull. Can't recommend that too many times, but you can get some really, really impactful stuff in there. But outside of Ming, none of them are so impactful that it's worth, $20 a drop. So outside of, you've already intelligently invested your diamonds from your investment pack and you still have a couple thousand of it laying around, okay, that's probably a good time to try and get some allies. Blowing all of your diamonds from the investment pack on the allies, trying to pull Ming, not a good look. Don't do that. Don't do that. So if we go back in here and take a look at the mall, for people that are really into the cosmetic stuff, I'm not going to say anything about this. I personally wouldn't see this as something that's good value. Same kind of thing with that. The clothes and the title. I don't know that, I would pay $10 for me to look real cute in a suit. But if that's your thing, I'm not going to knock you for it. In terms of value that you're getting for that money, though, if it's $20 for the investment pack, and that's a rough thing to compare everything else to. But, this is half the price of that, and you're just getting an outfit and some coupons. So, not amazing. Not super, super duper crazy. So, it's a bit of a thing. The daily offer stuff, isn't bad if you're trying to go for some of them top-up rewards. Definitely make sure the ones that you're getting actually give you coupons or your tickets, because those are would actually get this number going up. So it's a little rough. Events like this you have to be careful with because they go up each time you do it. On an alt, I was able to hit one of these and I got a box that gave me 30 evolution stones. That's insane. I didn't get anywhere near as lucky on this account, and now it's up to the point where it costs 480 tickets to be able to use this, and I'm not spending that. I'm not spending that at all. That doesn't feel anywhere near worth it. So, outside of the investment pack, I would be cautious with what you're spending money on. Fight metal isn't bad, but I'm definitely not super impressed with this either. The rewards on it are good. They're not amazing. I'm not kicking down anyone's door to go tell them about, buy the fight metal. Make sure you get the Dragon Slayer pass. These are good, and I'm hoping that since, it's so early in the game's life cycle that this is why some of the things are lower, and that as the as the game goes on, the next version of this might be a little bit more impressive. But it's going all the way until May 20th, so we'll see what the next one looks like in terms of rewards and everything. So these I wasted a good portion of my coupons on early on in the first week of the game, and honestly, these aren't a good value. You can get gems, level 5 gems, guaranteed level 5 gems for cheaper, for 48 diamonds in the store, and so I don't recommend the gem packs here because you're able to get them much cheaper somewhere else. Some of these other packs, aren't as bad, but obviously some of them are pretty expensive. You start getting into the pet stuff ones, and this is just leveling them up, so I don't know that I would necessarily say that's amazing. This comes with a free 10 pull in it, so this is actually a pretty good value. If you do want to do 10 pulls and you have the tickets for it, definitely not bad. You're paying less than what you would in diamonds for it, and you're getting these additional things. So, not bad. Some of the other stuff, like some of the vehicle stuff and everything, don't feel as worth it to me personally. Fashion, I'm just gonna let you guys do you. That's not a big part of the game for me, so I know that I'm gonna have a very biased position on this. So I'm just gonna leave you guys to the happy little life you're living. These are for doing the gacha machine, so you can get some pretty good stuff out of it, but it's also pretty steep to buy all these materials outright. So I would be cautious about that. Just do your best to keep an eye out for things that are going to be good value to you. Once you have purchased things and you want to look at what kind of stuff you want to buy, my biggest suggestion to everyone here is going to be go to the store, go to your Gem of Destiny, and work on your core. Should you devote all of your resources to getting your core up to plus 10? No, that'd probably be a little bit over the top. But to get your core to at least all plus 7? Yeah. Definitely focus the diamonds that you're spending in game on improving your core. And then once you have, gotten that to a good enough point that you want to start working on some of your other stuff, you can get some great value out of your pets. So, sometimes spending a little bit for those isn't a terrible idea, but you don't get the same value out of them that you do your core. Your core is going to be the thing you get the most from. Your motor, you actually get a surprising amount from as well. So actually, my account that got the 30 evolution stones out of the Terra draw is actually has a higher level vehicle than my main does right now. But every time you go up, these these stats go up by a decent bit. Let's see, do we even have the... Nope, too broke to even buy that to show. But each time you buy, like, this will get another 32 magic attack. I can't remember which the individual values are that they add for each of these ones, but I know that magic attack starts in the A tier, and we just got into that. So that's why we see that going up. So I know that for sure goes up by 32 each time. That might be 16. It's either 16 or 32. One of those two. But, you know, once you start getting levels into this actually, you know, brings out a decent bit for you. And you see how Earth attacks over here on the left? It's real nice. That's real nice for my assassin boy. I'm pretty sure this is going to change to whatever the primary attribute is for whatever class that you're playing, but I'm not 100% sure on there. I'm just pretty sure. But I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't rush to S. It should take us all about a month to get to S, and the amount of money that you would have to spend to get to S before then is several $100s. So I cannot with a good conscience be like, that's a good idea. If you've got it, if you want to spend that money, you do you. But we're trying to be a little bit more careful out here. So you've got your core, you've got your motor, you got your pet. Another thing that you can do, and I don't recommend doing this as much, but when you hit big certain tiers, like, you know, level 60, level 70, everything like that, if you go into the mall, go to the store, buying some exotic gear, you know, might not be a bad idea. Might get a decent little thing out of that. I think that's how I've gotten the one draconic piece that I have. There we go. And these, once you unlock them, as you get levels, you get more of that stat from that. So there can be some real benefits to unlocking draconic gear. After a certain point, you're just getting these together and disenchanting these so that you can go and turn them in and get one of the buffs that way. So again, it's one of those options that, like, there is a path here for you to, you know, start unlocking things that'll have pretty good impact on your character, but it's going to cost some money to buy a bunch of draconic gear to be able to go then turn it in and get the marks that you need. So that's, again, one of those things that you can use as an avenue to make yourself stronger, but it costs a lot to do so. That's why I highly recommend spending your money on the core, because the benefit you get out of the core is a lot higher and a lot more obtainable than some of these secondary systems to eke a little bit more power out. By the way, this is who I was talking about. This is amazing. So if you happen to pull a Ming, definitely get that boy set to pop out and help you. And then he's got some multi-strike buffs on him, so we've actually leveled him up as, well, not leveled him up, advanced him? Yeah, we've advanced him once to tier 2 to get that passive. So, that's kind of the best overview that I can do at this moment for spending in the game and where it's impactful and where it isn't. Obviously, as things progress and we get a little bit deeper and we, you know, start getting level 90 and have an idea what endgame looks like, we'll definitely try to revisit this, talk about it a little bit more. I'm probably also going to touch on, you know, how to spend some of your early investments in a new player guide here soon. So keep an eye out for that. But I mean, I feel like we covered these bases pretty decently. Definitely let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments for any of the stuff we covered today. If you've got a spending question, I'll do my best to, like, if you give me two things, tell you which thing I believe has more value. If you ask, oh, should I spend $50 on this game every week to get better? Can't tell you what your budget is. I would lean towards not doing, committing that much money every week to a game because that adds up very quickly. I would go off of a monthly budget, not a weekly budget, but I don't want to tell people how to spend their money. I just wanted to give a quick what I think and what I feel about some of the spending and where it has real value in my opinion. So I appreciate. Oh my God, we went on for 20 minutes about spending money. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lord. All right, guys, I've wasted enough of your time. It's been your boy Petty. I appreciate your face. Thank you for stopping by today. And your boy's out of here. Deuces.